Influential American author J.D. Salinger once wrote, "Mothers are all slightly insane." Mr. Salinger is certainly entitled to his opinion, but I'm almost 100% certain that he has never had to sit through endless episodes of Wonder Pets or pick Play-Doh out of a DVD player with a paperclip. Growing up, I never imagined myself as a mother. I wanted to work as a host for That's Incredible, drive a Corvette, and have my very own briefcase. I certainly didn't play with dolls like my sisters, pretending to change soiled diapers and feed a doll because it was fake crying. No, thank you. I was outside building forts with booby traps and blowing up metal coffee cans with fireworks. My parents, concerned that my childhood was a little bit too Lord of the Flies, gifted me with a Barbie styling head, a large, oversized Barbie head that had no body, and came with pink curlers, a pink brush, a hairdryer, and real makeup. It took me about a half an hour to cut all of her hair off and use a black magic marker to give Barbie big fat lines underneath her eyes so she'd look like a football player. I'm pretty sure that's the last time my parents ever gave me a doll. Many years later, much to the surprise of possibly everyone I knew, I became the mother of 2 children. They're almost 7 years apart, and I'm here to tell you that is completely and totally on purpose. Babies win you over because they are helpless and mostly cute, but when they grow up into these epic forces of destruction, spilling things, running away in public, and causing medium-level disruption wherever they go, kind of like Charlie Sheen. Like most new mothers, I thought I had everything under control. I mean, it wasn't that hard. However, the day my daughter turned 1, she turned towards me, and while I was speaking to her, she puked directly into my mouth. I took that as a sign that all bets were now completely off. When my daughter was 2, I put her down for a nap. I heard her in the room not sleeping, and when I went in to check on her, I opened the door, and she exclaimed, "Happy birthday, I made you a cake," and waved her hands proudly towards the bed. There on the middle of the bed, on top of my duvet, she had gone number 2 and thoughtfully placed a votive candle from the nightstand right on top. I was completely caught off guard. I mean, who does this? So I said, "That's not a cake." My daughter looked me dead in the eye and replied, "It's not your birthday." When my son came onto the scene, I decided I wasn't going to let them break me. The stakes were much higher now because it was 2-1. I decided I needed a positive phrase, something I could toss around and sound mildly together. My go-to mothering mantra became, "Everybody be cool." Mostly to let the children know I meant business, and they should probably stop whatever stunt they were pulling, like everybody's personal favorite. Maybe that just got broken by itself. It also serves a reminder to myself that every once in a while it's okay to scream into a bath towel while they were sleeping. I am a firm believer that children were sent here to test our character, just like the Kardashians. I find myself offering up plenty of other motherly type advice, like, please don't feed the dog Doritos, and when we are done with our chewing gum, it goes in the trash, not on our nipples. And our penis is not a bookmark. I'm not sure why I say our penis, because I don't have one, and I'm pretty sure if I did, I wouldn't think putting it in a book would be such a good idea. Recently, we were eating a nice dinner at our favorite Chinese restaurant. It's a very peaceful place with great food, and they also use tablecloths, which is why we usually get takeout. In the middle of our meal, my son suddenly says, "How do you even get pregnant with a baby anyway?" The entire restaurant fell silent, and I wanted to disappear into my plate of lo mein. In that moment, I had to make a choice. Tell the truth or get on with dinner. So I said, "You just make a wish in your heart for a baby and hopefully it comes true." There's a time and place for everything, and I most certainly was not explaining how babies are made on a Tuesday night while seated inside Jasmine Gardens. Later that weekend, while we were checking out in the grocery store, the cashier asked my son how he was doing. He looked up and announced, "Well, my mom wished for a baby in her belly, but all she got was wontons." So, yes, J.D. Salinger, I am a slightly insane mother, but simply because I am a direct product of my environment. My children are indeed solely responsible for my perpetual on-the-edge mentality. But every single day, even the most overwhelming, never-ending days of this trippy ride called motherhood, I take a look around, and I have no idea what I did to deserve a front row seat to such beautiful chaos. I wouldn't trade it for anything, not even a briefcase full of wontons. Thank you.